What is happening, everybody? Trey here, joined by my dad, Sean, and today, reactions to the classics. We have another song battle coming your way from our patron and friend, Fran, the man, as I like to dub him.
That's right.
As you can see at the bottom, we're going to be checking out Palace Music's track, New Partner, and that's going against the song In Love with a View by Mojave Three. Not familiar with either of these artists, so looking forward to diving into it. This first track, New Partner, comes off of the Viva Last Blues album from my birth year, 1995, from Palace Music.
Yeah, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. Will Oldham is an American singer-songwriter and actor from 93 to 97. He performed and recorded in collaborations with dozens of other musicians under variations of Palace. Palace Flophouse, Palace Brothers, Palace Songs, and Palace Music. After briefly publishing music under his own name in 1998, he adopted Bonnie Prince Billy as the name for most of his work, so that's how I'm familiar with Will Oldham. This is the third studio album by him. It features him on vocals and guitar and was recorded by the great Steve Albini. Pitchfork placed the album at number 60 on the top 100 albums of the 90s. In 2007, Blender placed it number 98 on the 100 greatest indie rock albums list ever.
This song is a fan favorite among his fans. There are many different interpretations of it, but a popular one is that the song is about guilt for the way an old relationship unraveled. We'll have the lyrics up and we'll come up with our own interpretation, so let's get it.
There's a black tinted sunset with the prettiest of skies. Lay back, rest your head on my thighs. There is some awful action that just breathes from my hand, just breaths from a deed so exquisitely grand. And you're always on my mind, and you were always on my mind, and you were always on my mind, and you were always on my mind. Well, I would not have moved if I knew you were here. It's some special action with motives unclear. Now you'll haunt me till I've paid for what I've done. It's a payment which precludes the having of fun. And you're always on my mind, and you're always on my mind, and you're always on my mind, and you're always on my mind. But oh, I got a new partner riding with me. I got a new partner now.
Interesting on that second vocalist, about a half second.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. There's a skirt in the bedroom that's pleasantly low, and the loons on the moor, oh, the fish in the flow. And my friends still will whisper hello. We all know what we know. It's a hard swat to mow. When you think like a hermit, you forget what you know, and you are always on my mind, and you are always on my mind, and you are always on my mind, and you are always on my mind. Oh, I've got a new partner riding with me. I've got a new partner riding with me. I've got a new partner riding with me. I've got a new partner now.
All right, new partner, Palace Music, bringing it in right here, man. Very interesting. The thing that stuck out to me the most was actually the vocals, because the backing vocals were kind of like a half second behind or half second ahead, depending on the song. And I don't know, it gave it a bit of a unique flavor.
Yeah, and I've come across songs that do this. I can't think of one off the top of my head because I always point it out. And I always like it. It almost makes you listen more intently because almost like an echoing effect is basically what it is. I thought it was really well written. I still don't know what I think of Will's like vocal performance. I don't like. It doesn't have to be great on songs that we all love. Dylan, and let's be honest, him and Neil Young aren't songbirds. But I don't know. I mean, the longer this went on, though, the more I liked it. The chorus definitely sticks in your head. And I think it's because of what you talked about, that half second off. But, very well written.
Yeah, and I think going into the interpretation, I think what we read at the start is kind of onto something because
I do too.
He notes in the first verse, there's some awful action that just breathes from my hand, just breathes from a deed so exquisitely grand. And then, of course, the chorus itself, and you are always on my mind.
And then it kind of ends that way, letting us know that he's got a new partner.
Yeah, exactly. And in between, he says that, you'll haunt me till I paid for what I've done. It's a payment which precludes the having of fun. So before he could move on to this new partner, he had to make that payment, so to speak. I get what you're saying with his vocals. I'm not
saying I dislike it. I just don't know really.
It's not the most, accessible, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna, match up with it maybe on first listen. But
I think it's the way he handled the word always.
Yeah.
I think that was the whole thing.
The way he stretched that out some. Yeah, that's a good point. But all in all, man, I enjoyed it. Good,
yeah, I did too.
Good song. And now we're going to In Love with a View from Mojave Three from the Excuses for Travelers record in 2000. It's a British rock supergroup consisting of 3 members from Slow Dive, among others. So that's interesting. I'm not familiar with this group, man. So
all right, let's check it out. Definitely doesn't sound like Slow Dive.
No.
I had a plan that was built on thinking too long. Canadian winters at home with your sisters. The romance was hard to ignore. You were beautiful. I was happy to fall. So happy to fall. I remember you searching. I thought you were searching. That's how I picked up the phone. Happy to hear you remembered the view. So glad to assume it was fate. I thought at the time it was clear. I thought at the time it was clear.
That pedal steel guitar, a highlight.
I was going to say the pedal steel gives it that almost country type feel.
So I stood at the station with a plan and a pocket of poems. Heroically tragic, bearded and blind with obsession. I'm a car without hope, too close to the ditch to go far. I showed you my field, I said this is my field, but you weren't impressed. You said
feel of a slow dive.
Oh yeah, the soaring guitar work here is nice.
It just fell apart. Sung by the sound of your voice, and I wished I could show you the same. You by the window and me just feeling fine. Yeah, me just feeling fine.
All right, In Love with a View, Mojave 3 in here. Man, great story told here, and varied instrumentation as well.
Yeah, I agree. We talked, I talked about what was going on. The last 2.5 minutes definitely wasn't shoegaze, but it did have that type of feel with the instrumentation. You could feel the influence of Slowdive here, and just unfolded a story that I thought was awfully good. Towards the end, I had a plan that was built on thinking too long. Canadian winters at home with your sisters. The romance was hard to ignore. You were beautiful. I was happy to fall. So happy to fall.
Yeah, so, and I think too, we have that there with the pedal steel going
that
through
country, especially at the start of it. Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. So we have him here at the start of the song saying that and thinking kind of like, okay, this is his plan. He's almost kind of, I think, imagining the best. Daydreaming, so to speak. And he says later on that that's how I picked up the phone. Happy to hear you remembered the view. So here's the view that comes in.
Yeah.
So glad to assume it was fate. I thought at the time it was clear. So
it's
then
obvious.
He goes to a station where I'm assuming a train station, and he notes that he's heroically tragic, bearded and blind with obsession. So I think that obsession with this relationship with this girl is there. And he notes that he showed her his field, but she wasn't impressed. And then she asked, well, why are you here? And your motives aren't clear in this room with a view. And so much of you, it's so far from here, so far from here. And then, oh man, his heart falls apart.
I know, dude.
And, he wishes that she could be with him by that window in the room with the same view. And that's where he feels comfortable and fine. So, I thought that was really well done with the instrumentation on top of it.
Yeah, I did too, man. Really well done song. So now, Trey, we got to pick a winner. I thought both songs were really good. I thought both songs were well put together. And we talked about it off camera before we started that I don't know that Fran knows the most of anyone on our channel. I would not offend anybody by trying to declare a winner here. But I'll tell you what, Fran knows a lot about a lot of different genres, different countries music.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just knows how to put stuff together. But he's got a wealth of knowledge. Another great put together battle by two artists I don't even know, Trey. So I'll go first. I'm going to go with In Love with a View. But I don't want you to come out of this thinking I'm throwing shade at Palace Music, because I still did enjoy that song. But I got to go In Love with a View. A grand 6-minute just unfolding of both vocals and instrumentation and arrangement.
Yeah, I'm with you right there, Dad. I'm
Okay.
going In Love with the View as well. I was really, really impressed by the song, and that opens that record off. That's a way to kick off an album. So let us know your winner in the comments down below, y'all. Be sure to show Fran some love in the comments. And if you'd like to have us do a song battle or reaction, or just support the channel, check out our Patreon page down below. And we always appreciate a big thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button. We upload videos every single day here at RTTC. And until next time, thanks for watching, happy listening, and we will see you.